and we're here with the YMCA Walker.
Thanks for joining us as we explore
What's in a Geordie?
People call us crazy.
Over the next few weeks, we intend to find out what makes a Geordie tick.
What do they think?
What do they drink?
Where do they meet?
What do they eat?
We're here to unlock the truth
And squash some big fat lies.
She always takes me where I wanna go. We're dropping it, flying in from the sky. You're gonna love this city. Love this city. Love this.
Action.
Why are Geordies called Geordies?
Well, Geordies derived from the English name George, and a lot of Geordies have some fancy ideas about why they're called Geordies. They like to think it's because they were supporters of King George I during the Jacobite rebellions in the 18th century. Well, that's not true, unfortunately. It's because George was a common name amongst the miners of the northeast of England, and people from outside the area called people in the northeast Geordies. It was just a generic name, same as you get Paddies for Irish and Jocks for Scots. There's nothing mysterious about it. It was just a common name in the early 19th century in the northeast of England. Of course, the most famous Geordie was George Stephenson, and he was known right throughout the country, and his nickname was Geordie. So people in the northeast of England became associated with George Stephenson, the most famous Geordie, and became known as Geordies.
Love this city.
What is a Geordie?
It's a Geordie someone who can handle the drink for sure, definitely. They don't mind the cold.
I'm mad, aren't they? I don't know. Just normal, average people will just sound a bit northern, innit?
And I don't know, I guess Geordies are just nice people. I know when I've travelled the country, everyone has always said that Geordies are like some of the nicest people I've ever met.
What does a Geordie have in their heart?
I think it's 3 parts brown ale and the rest of it's Tyne Wacker. I got some kittens, I can juggle kittens and all, you know.
Love this city. Love this city. Love this city. Sure, if your heart take your soul from the night, you're gonna love this city. Love this city. Love this city.
Tyneside has a lot of beautiful scenery and memorable locations.
We're here at the Angel of the North to find out what people think about the Geordie landscape.
What springs to your mind when you think of Newcastle?
Geordies.
Edge of the North, I guess.
Newcastle Brown.
The Geordie language and the river.
The River Tyne.
Yeah.
The River Tyne and the bridge.
Beaches, I guess. The River Tyne.
What do you think about Geordies?
What do I think about Geordies? I think they're very friendly people. Similar to Scousers.
They're very friendly people. And I was at college up here a very long time ago.
They know how to have a laugh. They
Yeah.
know how to have a joke.
Good night out.
Yeah, good night out.
Yeah.
You're gonna love this city. Love this city. Love this city. Temperature rising. Ooh, you're gonna take a fall. You never see us with our backs against the wall. No. We're always standing 10 feet tall. You never see us crawl. You're gonna love this city.
Why do you love this city?
Well, I love this city, or we love this city, because this is where we're from. We're Geordies, and we're born here, and we've been brought up here, and we've always been here. We've never moved anywhere, although we've all worked around the country. Although in saying that, Dave's from.
I see.
Oh, Dave, where you from originally?
Admit it now. I'm a bummy. I'm from Birmingham originally.
What we say about Dave is he's an honorary Geordie now. He's earned his stripes. He's been here 30 years, so I think we can call him a Geordie now, can't we? You know.
Well, for me, as coming from outside of Newcastle and coming into being a Geordie, it is a case of Geordies I find are very black and white as the football team. So you know what you get when you're talking to a Geordie. You're not, there's no airs, graces. Normally you just know what they're about. That's why I think the friendliness comes into it, because they're not trying to be anything but what they are.
Well, I think the positive thing about it, a lot of it, I mean, look at the buildings you've got now, you know, the sage and stuff, you know, on the gates outside, you know, fantastic, as people come from all over the country to visit that, you know. The development of the city centre and stuff, all the student stuff in the city centre, you know, because that creates a lot of diversity. People come in Newcastle University from all over the world, you know, and that's really good for the city, you know. People of different races, different cultures, you know. And it's a chance for them to come up here and experience this place, and it's just good for the whole place.
My experience with living in Newcastle, it's all been really good. Like, the community in Newcastle, I think, has been really, really strong. I mean, generally it's not a very wealthy city in comparison to maybe cities in the south, but like, I'm a creative and it's definitely moving creatively, artistically. So, and there's a lot of support, a lot of townies have got each other's back.
The man them set to do wavy truck, so I gotta do the grind till I'm making stop. Patting all the girl could've let me right back. Till I do rewind till I bring it right back. Who said Blick's not wavy? You know my only girl, so go ahead.
I came about 4 years ago, maybe September 2015, and well, since then, I mean, I've enjoyed it, and every time I've come over, I want to come back up and stuff, and not wanted to leave once my course was done or what have you. So it's sort of like a place that drags you back without you, even if you go, it drags you back. Everyone's really sound. I've worked in like nightclubs and bars and stuff, and meeting everyone, like meeting a few Geordies locally, just really sound. Like, never had any problems with Geordies. It's more people who come out who are coming to Newcastle from elsewhere. So, nah, it's a good place to stay for the 4 years I've been here for.
So like, I've definitely noticed in the last few years that I've been in Newcastle, like, town's definitely getting more progressive. There's like a lot of up and rising people or whatever, and again, the great thing about being Geordie or whatever is a lot of people are supporting them. Do you know what I mean? Like, see stuff about like Ken McKay's got his new thing happening. Like, there's a lot of creatives that are really pushing for stuff. So yeah, I definitely think town's getting on the map. Town's getting on the map. Lots of rappers, dancers, artists, like, really putting town on the map.
My name's Blick, so the X in the middle. Them boy can't like a diddle. I see them boy every time, every day, but they don't talk, they just sit and fiddle.
I think we're really friendly people. We're enthusiastic. I think we like to get stuck in anything, and don't know. We just have a lot of energy.
Geordies, I'll say, they're people from the set of people who have that banter. They have that like life in them. They just have that spirit of being happy. Like, the spirit, every spirit everybody have a spirit, but them, they have this happy spirit, and I felt like I blend in very good.
Who said Blick's not wavy? You know my only girl, so go hate me. I'm tryna make P, not our baby.
What do we care about? Football. I mean, I think we care about the city. I think Geordies do care a lot about the city. Like, there's loads of families like who come from Newcastle and they don't like moving away, so they're just like staying around like where they come from. So I think that's what we'll have most pride and love for. I
think Geordies care a lot about each other. I think because there's like a lot of blood relations in Newcastle, like, I think that Geordies really have each other's best interests at heart.
Everyone in Newcastle's all sound, so maybe me, Geordie's being sound.
Geordie is someone who has a lot of love for Newcastle, and that's how I like to look at it in that way. I mean, like, there's not certain features that you need to have to be a Geordie. It's just having a lot of love for the city. So that's what it means to be a Geordie.
You're gonna love, you're gonna